Oh, hello there. Hey. Oh, hey. Hello everyone, my name is Melody, and contrary to popular belief, I'm alive. Actually, okay, let me not say that. That sounds like people think I'm dead. I'm not dead, I'm not dead, I'm alive, and I don't want to joke about being dead because that's kind of scary. But I'm alive guys, and I'm going to catch you up on everything. So before we get into it, I really just want to say thank you to everyone that reached out to me. I really can't count the amount of emails, DMs, comments that I got, just wanting to make sure that I was safe, even sending me prayers. I really appreciate it, and I was absolutely feeling the love. So now let's go ahead and backtrack a little bit, and I will catch you guys up to date. So the last video I posted was in late September of 2017. Now for you guys to understand where my mind was in September of 2017, we kind of got to backtrack a little further, and then we gon', you know, get to it. So this time last year, so July of 2017, I was getting ready to leave for my Euro trip. My friend Shanice is gonna be traveling with me for the first 3 weeks of the trip, and I knew that I also was going to go to Ghana while I was over in the continent of Europe, because Europe is way closer to Africa than America, so while I was over there, we were gonna kind of knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. So that was really all I had planned. I didn't really know how long I was going to be going for. I didn't have many plans past October. So from July up until sometime in August, I was in Italy, and then I was in Madrid with a quick weekend trip going to Portugal, which was awesome. And throughout this time that I was doing those things, I was with my friend Shanice. So after I was with Shanice in Europe, I flew to Ghana and I met up with my friend Erica, which you guys have met many times here on my channel. She was living in Ghana at the time. We both had the same job with VIPKID. So I was there with her for 2 weeks, and it was my first time on the continent of Africa, and I found out that I was 14%, or I am 14% Ghanaian before I went there. So it was just this incredible experience of one, being with her and her sharing this country with me that she loves so much, and then on top of it, me learning about my culture in a sense. And it was just this incredible experience. And also on top of it, for the first time ever in my life, everyone around me looked like me. Like as soon as I got off the airplane, it's just like, wow, this is so exciting. So around the end of August, the beginning of September, I flew from Ghana to Prague, and this was going to be the first completely solo leg of my European / African journey trip last year. So when I got to Prague, it immediately was this major culture shock. I go from being around a bunch of people that look like me, and then now I barely see any melanin anywhere. And I come to find out also that the people in Prague are not particularly welcoming to foreigners. And to say that it didn't bother me would be a lie, but I was used to being stared at and things like that just from living in Korea. But it definitely just took some adjustment right away to just like kind of go from one polar opposite to the other. So Prague taught me some things. So I'm just gonna run through some things that Prague taught me really quickly. First and foremost, because of just how I was feeling while I was in Prague being by myself, and how the rest of my trip, if I were to continue on with my trip, was going to be solo, I was realizing that this whole solo travel thing, it wasn't as ideal of a lifestyle for me as I thought. For me at least, being able to experience a new place with someone is more important than just being able to experience a new place. And up until Prague, I did not feel like that. So Prague definitely changed my mind about how I wanted to travel. And then number 2, Prague kind of showed me that I do want to be kind of building towards something. Because my life was based out of Korea for so long, I knew that everything was temporary. And then coming back to America, I knew I didn't want to be here. So everything was temporary once again. Then going over to Europe, everything was temporary. So it was just this constant feeling of like, I'm not building towards anything, if that makes sense. And I wanted to feel like I was progressing towards a specific goal. And then on top of it, number 3, Prague really showed me that I like people. And I know that might be something strange to say, but for most of my life, I've been pretty introverted, right? And I've always just felt as though I'm the type of person that likes my people, like my close friends that I feel like I could be comfortable around, but like people in general, you know, meh, not my thing. but Prague really showed me through the different people that I met and how I would really come alive just being around others versus being by myself so much. It showed me that I really do have a heart for people and that I want to nurture the relationships in my life. And while I'm traveling and like living this super nomadic lifestyle, it's hard to do that. So these are some changes that happened within my mind while I was in Prague. And from there, I decided that I'm not gonna continue on with this solo travel nomadic lifestyle thing anymore. And I decided that I was going to book a flight home. So when my Airbnb was up, I rented it for a month. October 4th, I flew from Prague back home. And for me, home is Orlando, Florida. All right, so now we're caught up to date to October 2017. So let me go ahead and fast track it up into where we are now, which is July 2018. I get back in October of 2017. And the first thing I do is get a car. I haven't had a car since I left for Korea in like early 2015. So I am a car owner now, which is really, really exciting. So I bought a car. I also joined a church the first week I got back, and I'm still there. The church I go to is Celebration Orlando, and it's incredible. If anyone lives in Orlando and is looking for a church, plug, you should come. It's great, downtown Orlando, and also College Park. Also, like I said, in Prague, I wanted to be working towards something. I decided that I was gonna go back to school. And for me, my goal has always been to be a physician assistant. And to become a physician assistant, I needed to go to grad school. So I started researching grad schools, and in November, I start really researching. I start studying for the GRE. Also in November, my ex and I got back together, which was exciting at the time. He was someone that I dated prior to moving to Korea, and I'm sure I've talked about him at some point throughout some of my videos, and we did it a little bit into my move to Korea. But yeah, so that was like exciting. And then December, I realized that I needed to go back to school to get some prerequisite courses that I missed. And January, school started. So I had not used my brain academically since I graduated August 2014. And so jumping into school, January 2018, I was nervous. I was taking organic chemistry too, but I just buckled down and did what I had to do. So from January to April, my life really just consisted of studying my behind off, working. I'm still teaching with VIPKID. I would go to church on Sundays, and I also would take many trips up to Tallahassee because that is where my boyfriend at the time lived. So that was really my life from January up until April 30th when my class ended. I got an A, guys. I got an A in organic chemistry too. I was so proud of myself. Honestly, I'm still really proud of myself. So once my organic chemistry 2 course ended, I felt free as a bird, and I really had no intentions on taking any more summer classes. But there have been quite a few plot twists along this journey that I've been taking regarding school. Something else that happened in May, I started another class. I ended up taking biology 2. Also in May, my boyfriend and I broke up. So my ex-boyfriend and I broke up, and it was a good thing, which sounds weird to say, but it's like one of those situations because we did date before I left for Korea, and it kind of ended in a way that we both were wondering, you know, like what if, and you know, is it meant to be, and that kind of thing. We're able to really break up now and really understand that we're not for each other, and just like have that mutual love and respect for each other to let each other go. So that was that. And then my class bio 2 ended a day before my birthday, June 18th. June 19th was my birthday. Your girl is officially 27 years old, which is 27. I really don't know how I feel about it yet. I'm just glad I don't look 27. I feel like if I look 27, I would definitely be even more like, ooh, 27. So shout out to my mama and my dad and being Black in general. So that is really it. Now we're kind of caught up to date. June, I decided that I wasn't going to take any more courses for the rest of summer. I'm actually taking summer off from school. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm also super excited because I'm gonna be going on a road trip from Florida all the way to the West Coast. So that is super exciting. I'll be gone for a month with that. So that's really where I am now, and that's kind of what I've been up to. And one other thing that I didn't really touch on is the reason why I went ghost on social media and stopped posting on YouTube, besides like this lifestyle change of no longer being on the move, I stopped really enjoying the aspect of YouTube. I stopped enjoying creating, I stopped enjoying filming, I stopped enjoying posting on Instagram. Like it all just started to feel like, ugh, like I had to do it. My spirit behind it wasn't excited to just create. It was like, ooh, how many people are gonna like it? Ooh, what can I do to maximize my growth? And like all this kind of stuff, getting tied up in the numbers of it. I was treating it more like a business, which I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I wanted to make money. I was putting so much time and effort into creating these videos. I wanted people to watch it, but at the same time, it just felt like everything I did was like constant self-promotion, and I was like sick of myself. I just was sick of me and like trying to promote what I was doing all the time. I kind of just wanted to be, and that's where my lack of posting started. And then once all these life changes happened, I'm moving back to Florida, I'm going back to school, I just kind of wanted to process everything and not having to share it with everyone as I was processing it. It was just a lot of adjustments, as you guys can probably imagine. It was just a lot of adjustments of getting settled, making friends, figuring out what my life in America would look like, because for so long my life was based out of another country or based out of like a carry-on and a suitcase. So really being settled back in Orlando has been an adjustment, but it just feels right. And a large part of the reason why it feels right for me is just the people that I've met in Orlando, and I feel like I'm able to really look at this city that I honestly never really wanted to be in and appreciate it for the first time ever, which is an amazing feeling. So yeah, that's my big update, guys. And I just, again, thank you guys so much for rocking with me this whole time, really just being here and just coming on this ride with me, and the ride being like my life, you know? So for the future of this channel, you see that the name has changed. To be honest, I didn't actually change it on purpose. It's a long story, but now we are rocking with Melody Alisa, and that's my name. It's my first and middle name. So that's what we're gonna be using as the channel name now, which is exciting. And also all my social media handles match that. I will kind of put them right here, and they'll be linked in the description box, so you guys can go ahead and keep up with me throughout the week and throughout this road trip as well. So I also would love it if you guys dropped me a comment below with what kind of content that you would like to see from me on my channel. Everything has changed so much. You know, I've gone from living in Korea and all my videos being about Korea to then Europe to now, like, I'm not traveling anymore. So it's just been an adjustment on this end of like, what kind of content do people want to see? So if you guys have anything specific that you would like me to film, please let me know in the comments below. I'm open to everything. And yeah, I'm excited. Thank you guys once again, and I will be seeing you soon. Bye.